get a couple more. What? Well, it's a little loud in here. Thank you. Go ahead. No, I'm meeting with 2 architects today. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cramp your style.
You're not.
So I see. How do you do that?
Better without an audience.
I'll go in the other room.
Oh, no, look. I'm just going to stretch. Was that Nick?
Yeah, I wanted to clue him in on the latest on the casino. And I wanted to make sure that he and Kelly were going to be around tomorrow night. I hope you are, too.
What for?
I'm going to throw a surprise party to announce the engagement.
Oh, you going to throw it here?
No, I'm not going to throw it here. It's not big enough here. I talked to them at Buzz's, and they're going to let me rent the place. You want to help me decorate?
Decorate? What is this, a prom?
No, I just thought it would be nice to put up some flowers and stuff, make it look different than usual.
Right. I'm sure Kelly likes flowers.
You sound as if you think it's a dumb idea.
It's not dumb. I just don't understand why you're planning to be such a gracious host.
Well, it's not every day of the week that my brother gets engaged. I think it's a special occasion.
Well, so do I.
That's why I'm having the party.
Especially if it will convince people that you're actually happy about this engagement.
I am happy about it.
Sure, Dylan.
Look, I know you've got some weird ideas on the subject, but I think that Nick and Kelly belong to each other.
Well, so do I. But I also know how you feel.
It's ancient history, Janice. You see, with all of this exercising and everything, I think the blood goes to your feet and you don't think straight. So what I'm going to do is get a nice tall glass of ice water and we'll talk about what we're going to do at the party.
Okay.
I've had quite a Christmas this year, Dad. Really something. It started with these crazy dreams. Well, I can't really explain them, but what I wound up with after the dreams was the best Christmas present I've ever had. I feel like I've got a chance to start life all over again. I don't mean like a New Year's resolution start over, but a serious chance to begin again with a clean slate. I've decided I'm going to start doing things differently, Dad. I'm going to start trusting people for a change. I'm going to start taking some risks and not being so afraid of looking like a fool. You see, I've met this wonderful woman. She's one of your angels of mercy, actually. Her name is Mary. And I think I want to spend the rest of my life with her. All I have to do now is win her back. Well, I just wanted you to know that even someone like me isn't too blind to see salvation when it shows up.
Scared me to death.
I'm supposed to have a blow dryer around here.
No, I never touch this stuff.
Well, my luck. I should have asked before I got my hair wet.
No, relax. You'll just do whatever man did before God created the blow dryer.
All right, but I'm going to have to stay in your robe for a while longer because I am dripping wet.
Be my guest. I told you look great.
What time is it going to be anyway?
Too early to open the clinic, so don't start rushing around again.
Mark, I want to open it early because we closed early yesterday and people might need us.
They have an emergency room at County General.
Which is probably filled to the rafters.
Mary, give yourself a break. You don't have to feel guilty just because you close a little early to make it to Christmas dinner. Besides, you do have a right, you know. You have a family.
They looked really well, didn't they, Mom and Christy?
Oh, yeah. I was really glad to see him again.
Oh, it's wonderful to see Christy with a real job and some decent friends.
She sure was happy to see you. And I could see she and your mother really didn't want you to go.
Maybe I should have stayed there. For good.
Well, didn't you just tell me that Santa Barbara was starting to seem like home?
Well, if it's so homey, why couldn't I go back to the Capwells last night? You know, I had my key in the door, and I had to come here, Mark. I couldn't go in.
Is that really so surprising, considering the way Mason's been?
Look, things have not been going well between Mason and myself for some time now, but it's never stopped me from going back to the house before.
No, what I'm suggesting is that maybe you didn't want to be there because you felt yourself weakening.
Weakening?
Well, you have to admit, there was some show he put on yesterday with a Santa Claus suit and everything, and the donations and the presents and the stories for the kids. So that one really tugged on the heartstring, huh?
Hey, my heartstrings are immune.
Okay, whatever you say. How do you want your eggs?
You're awfully easy to get along with. You know that?
Yeah.
Whereas I am awfully hard to get along with this morning. Why do you put up with me?
You don't mean that seriously, do you?
I do mean that seriously. Why do you put up with me?
Mary, I thought it was obvious.
I don't know what to say.
I'm not asking you to say anything. You asked me why I put up with you, and I gave you an honest answer.
Mark, things have always been a certain way between us.
Yeah, I know. Pals forever, right? The two musketeers. Guess I'm not supposed to mess with a formula.
It was a pretty good formula.
And maybe it was for you, but it didn't really work for me, Mary. Not even in high school.
I don't believe you.
Yeah? Like, you remember the senior play?
Of the I Sing?
Well, some of us sang, the rest of us croaked. Well, I played Jonathan P. Wintergreen, and you played... Don't tell me.
Oh.
Mary. Mary Turner. You were very good, by the way.
No, I wasn't, but I did have fun.
Well, besides that, remember when we had to sing that duet? It was called Who Cares? And I found myself standing up there on the stage, and I'm singing to you about how much I care about you, and all of a sudden it's not a play anymore. Not for me. I was in love with you.
You never said a word.
Mary, what am I going to say? You already told me you were going to go into the convent right after graduation, and you did. Who was I to complicate your life? You see, it was a lot easier for me to just chicken out and pretend I was Big Brother.
Boy, was I dense.
Come on, you didn't really know how I felt?
No, well, there were times when I thought you looked at me kind of strangely, but... No, I didn't think anybody felt
Mary,
that way about me then.
Didn't you even wonder why I wouldn't come and visit at the convents for weeks after you went in?
Well, you told me that you'd been away.
Well, I wasn't. I was at home. Spending most of my time sitting up in my room, being angry at you because you chose God over me.
I had no idea.
Mary, I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I just need you to understand that this goes back a long way.
Well, not exactly uninterrupted, Mark. I mean, you got married along the road.
Yeah, well, we saw how well that turned out.
But you must have loved her at the beginning. I bet underneath all that hurt, you still do.
I don't want that kind of love anymore, Mary. It's a dead end.
Well, take some time to find out what you do want, Mark. I mean, don't rush into something just because it's familiar.
Is that what you think I'm doing?
I don't think either one of us knows what we're doing, to tell you the truth. We're getting out of two very confusing relationships.
Oh, I was never confused about you. I knew exactly how I felt. Mary, you were my first love.
I'm touched.
They say the first love's the one that never leaves you. Well, that's what makes it so complicated.
How so?
I think you're Mason's first love, too, Mary. And I think he's yours, also. And I know that people don't give that up without a struggle.
I don't understand. They have asked us for our identification 5 times. Why can't they just let us in the room?
Savannah, they need a clearance from the chief of medicine first. They can't just let anybody wander into the room of an unidentified patient.
Well, he's going to remain unidentified forever if they don't let us see him.
It'll only be a few more minutes, I'm sure. Let's go down.